Welcome back, folks. As always, I'm Falcon, your host, and this is Pillars of Eternity. Last time, we finished up most of the quests that there were to do in Defiance Bay. There's a few things left still, but for the most part, I've got everything done. So, having done that, it is now time to advance the main quest once again. So, we are down here in the temple, very near the main quest area. Last time we also swapped out for Pelagina here, who is a paladin, packing a regular fine greatsword, a new set of armor that I gave her other than what she had before, which has some nice bonuses on it, and is easily enchantable to become even better. Also has a pretty badass pistol, even though her skills are not actually for pistols. She's good for arquebuses and such things. If we look at here, she can use arbalests and arquebuses. So I actually need to get her an arquebus so that she can use that instead. But, at least for the time being, she's basically pretty much what I got. So, we have to find out what we're going to do here with the main quest. A ritual of some sort is already underway. This is interesting. I can go in by myself, or we can bring the party in. Going in by myself is probably more likely to be stealthy. But if we get into a fight, I'll be screwed unless the guys can come in with afterwards and join the fight. And for the most part, we're really here to interrupt the ritual. We don't want them to continue this thing, so we're probably better off bringing the party. So I open the door and stride in the chamber, motioning for the rest of your party to accompany you. Several shrouded figures are lined up across from a hooded woman. The figure at the head of the line approaches her, and the woman places her outstretched hand on the stranger's forehead. They stand in silent communion as you look on. A few moments later, the stranger steps aside and resumes his place in the circle around the statue. All eyes in the room fall on you, and you hear quick, angry mutters being exchanged. Brothers, sisters, an intruder walks among us. Deal with her. Oh, crap. Shrouded man. Bunch of guys. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Cancel that. So we've got... Can't tell what the hell he's got. I'm trying to, can't tell what he has. You're obviously a priestess, mage, something. This guy's a mage. Got a hammer. You're like on fire. I don't know what the hell's up with you. Can't tell what you have, and you've got a sword and shield. And then this guy right here has a two-handed sword. So I want you tank that guy. Where are you at? Tank this guy. Dog. Go in and deal with him. First up, I probably should I don't know, do I want to use Mind Blades or do I want to use like the Ecto Psychic Echo, which could be really powerful against this large groups of enemies. Probably better off with that, realistically, but I don't know. Okay, so you definitely need to trigger that. to their next attacks. How long does it last? It doesn't say. Doesn't say how long it lasts, so I don't know what. I don't know how that's supposed to work. Let's have you trigger this. I think we probably want to do some spells here. I expect we don't want them to be able to just start doing whatever the hell they want. Going close to the impact. So, not necessarily ideal. I mean, anything caught in its path. High shock damage. Actually, get some summons down. Because... probably bloody useful. Okay, I really think I should use this, but I have to find somebody to use it against. Or a friend to use it against first. Before I really start getting into anything else. Alright, so we need to unpause for a second. Holy crap, all kinds of stuff going on. Actually, get those over there and deal with him. Okay, let's link you two. And then I can take out the mage there with it. You have done your thing already. You're in the process of doing your thing, at least. Fireball. Let's nuke them. Actually, that guy's gonna move out of the blast radius, so that actually may be less than useful on second consideration. Instantly and over time. Okay, let's throw that on him. You're doing your thing, but I want you to knock this guy down. Let's have you do something. This is new, is level 4 skills here I haven't seen before. The ally in the area of effect delivers a killing blow. They regain endurance. It's not bad. Causing enemies in the area of effect to take a penalty to all defenses and accrue burn damage over time. Does it last for a certain amount of time, or is it just straight period does its thing? I guess it just straight does its thing. Magic seal on the floor that bursts into flame when an enemy comes into contact. Prayer against bewilderment, devotions to the faith, barring death's door. Okay, so how large is the area effect on this? Pretty significant, actually. Okay, so let's throw that down. What just happened? I'm not sure what just happened. Okay, you're dead. Dog out of the fucking area of effect, please. You out of the area of effect, please. That guy just exploded. You exploded. You exploded. Yeah, this is why this skill is so ridiculously powerful. Yes, I badly hurt some of my people in the process, but at the end of the day, it was probably worth it. because the damage was so great that we pretty much just nuked everybody. Like, none of them had a damn chance. They were just friggin' destroyed. Okay. Select everybody and assault this dude. Blow his ass to bits. And you're dead. Crumpled at your feet lies the body of a woman. She wears a dark robe and bears an insignia resembling a key. As you approach the woman's body, feelings of rage assault you. The dead woman's voice howls in your ears, and her lingering consciousness rends at yours. Oh, she's being aggressive. Her essence tingles through your bones and membranes. It fills the spaces between your ears and behind your eyes, clawing deeper into your core. You see a gathering of men and women wearing robes like hers, their faces hidden behind masks. One by one they approach her, whom they know as an acolyte, and she places her hands on each of their foreheads, searching their thoughts. She tests them with ritualistic questions, and they answer that their oath is sealed by the leaden key. She asks them of their tasks, she gives them new ones, all without a word. Try to see the tasks. Her essence flares, fighting to boil your blood, burn your memory, and splinter your bones from within. Yet between its strikes, you see flashes of something else, a tower, a prisoner, and a ruin. You funnel all of your concentration into a single effort of will, a sharp point that pins the raging soul in place like an insect in a display case. With the thing under control, you're able to examine it and the three thoughts swirling inside. Examine the thought about the tower. See a palimpsest of a neighborhood. Run-down estates have cobbled around a cemetery and an ancient tower. Savage shapes prowl the streets, and in the tower a man hunches over a strange mechanism. You can't see him clearly, but there's something unnatural about him. Somewhere nearby, you see a woman with a scar over her heart. You understand that she has something he needs. You also see a door at the base of the tower, a seemingly impenetrable slab of stone and copper. But then the acolyte reveals the invisible split between the perfectly matched halves, and you understand how the copper veins convert command into action. You know how to open the door. I think that's... not sure, but I think that's the door I couldn't open before in the gift. Or not the gift, the hill place. The place with the zombies and stuff were. In your mind, you see this is about the prisoner. In your mind, you see a building, magnificent with trellises and tiles and located on a pristine boulevard. The wealthy and learned stroll in and out, trading knowledge and coin. Yet it also houses misery and madness. Somewhere within its rotten core sits a man, his hair matted but his eyes alert. He watches and waits, a prisoner by choice. I don't remember where that was, but I think I know that location too. I remember being there, I just don't remember where it was off the top of my head. Looking at the ruins. The Acolyte's vision takes you out of Defiance Bay into a town in the wilderness with a watermill. A signpost on one of the paths reads Direford. Several figures huddled together, shrouded in cloaks and hoods. An image of ruins suddenly loom in your mind. Two skeletal effigies flank a cleft in a mountainside. I'm not sure about that one. As you regain awareness of what's happening around you, you realize that your head is in Pillagina's feathered hands, her golden eyes appearing into your own as though she's trying to catch a glimpse of activity lurking in the depths. As she sees your eyes respond, she wobbles your head a little and gives you a light slap. Letting go and stepping back, she regards you with concern. Everything going alright in there? Oh, I guess she hasn't seen us go into our little trances before, so she's like, well, what the fuck is going on? Okay. Greatsword, Scepter, Warhammer, Brigandine, Robe, Plate Mail, Wodaka Head. Okay. Bunch of money. And a key. Key, I think, is the most important of all of that. Okay, a bunch of junk. For the most part. More junk. And this part is the most interesting of the lot. Mostly his grimoire. The rest of it, I'm not too worried about, but... Stronghold with minor reputation with twin elms. Strange. Alright, which one did we just pick up? Novice's grimoire, I think, was the one. What did you have? Minor missiles, whatever. Mirrored image, nothing but combusting wounds. Causes enemy wounds in the area of effect to ignite, inflicting additional burn damage over time each time they are wounded. So it basically increases damage for everyone else in the area, essentially. Displaced image. Okay. Nothing really that interesting. I think I have all the spells from these various grimoires, so I probably, realistically, don't need any of them. But we're still keeping them for the time being, because why the hell not? Alright, so what the hell is this? Whether by design or by consequence of the sputtering candlelight, the hooded statue's face is almost impossible to see.
Indeed.
Curious. Okay, let's cloak. Light in dark places. Because I'm looking for something like that.
Light,
oops.
Flame, and sound.
There we go.
We'll keep to ourselves.
What do we got? The OTs have placed assorted keys, their teeth filed away among the runnels.
Yes.
Of wax. Curious. Stiletto and money.
Indeed.
This will be the secret latch for that door, no doubt. What are you? Defiance. Defense against mental attacks, essentially, and concentration. Okay, I'll take it. Fortitude, will, and reflex. What does concentration do again? How likely they are to have their spells or attacks interrupted. Okay. That might be useful for him. Not usable by a wizard. Oh, only usable by a ranger. Will now. That means I would be the only one who'd be able to use it, I think. Oh no, she could use it too. Can I use that? Okay, yeah, no, I'm a cipher. Right. I always play rangers in RPGs, almost always. I very rarely play anything else. That's why I confused myself there, thinking I was a ranger. Because I'm so used to always being a ranger that I didn't really think about the fact that, guess what, bud? You're not a bloody ranger in this game.
Light, flame, and sound.
Okay, I don't know if...
Yes.
Send you ahead. Oh yeah, they're enemies now. Oh
Don't.
crap. Too late now. Alright, get in there.
Me. That's not.
Okay, we've kind of gotten ourselves stuck here. Boom! Slows them down. Just good. Now I need to clear any one of these guys, really. Any one of them would be useful to get out of my damn way, so... let's use that on him. Let's... Don't have any other really good skills to use against you. These are per rest, and I'd rather not use them if I can help it. Frightened. Or AoE burn damage. None of those are too horribly useful to me. So you can throw down that. And how close you are. That might be useful. To buff everybody and does some damage to them, so potentially valuable. Okay, more importantly, that allows us to clear the friggin'
Hey.
That allows us to clear this. The doorway. Oh, come on, guys. What the fuck are you doing? There we go. Ooh, I'm getting my butt kicked. Alright, Soul Shock. Not that useful, actually. Silent Scream. We haven't tried this. Let's try it. Actually, let's use that on him. Okay, I need these guys dead. Dead, dead, dead. Explode your faces. Ow. Main character got her butt kicked. Woo! That's a lot of junk. And it is pretty much completely junk. Yeah, that's basically nothing but junk. None of that was terribly useful to me.
I'll see what I can find.
That was friggin' stupid of me, though.
What
Because
have
I
we
just kind of...
here?
Oh. Hello. Hello, hello. Nothing really that interesting, but still useful, nifty, cool, and nice to see. Alright, what do we got in there?
Yes,
Bunch of guys.
certainly.
Okay. Alright, get the tanks in, get the tanks in. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Get in there, guys. I have no spells to use. Alright, let's blast them down. Throw that down, that'll do damage to everybody there. Blast everybody to bits. Where are you at? Okay. Get behind this guy proper so you can flank him. Ooh, it explodes! Rather spectacularly like I had. And you just straight died. And you were a mage, so you didn't last long once everyone else was dead. In fact, you died so damn quickly that it's kinda sad. Okay, let's move these grimoires to the storage because he doesn't need these things. He's already got all of the, we already have all of the things for you. So none of them are horribly useful. I think I have Black Song on me. Oh shit, I just picked up a bunch of crap that I didn't want. Just picked up a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't actually want. Well, I mean, I wanted it, but I didn't want it in my inventory. Let's clear all this stuff out, put it back where it belongs. There we go. Now let's see. Okay, novice grimoires are the same exact freaking thing. Namely, they're bloody useless.
And what does the flame reveal?
I almost feel like this area is almost guaranteed to have more stuff in it. Oh, no, 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 no. Pull back. Pull back. Watch out. Don't go too close to them.
Hey. Yes? Indeed.
Trying to pick a good weapon or a good spell that would damage everybody. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, crap. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Hey.
Okay. Trigger this. Well, I think you guys are pretty boned. Yeah, you all did have a chance. We tore through you like you weren't even bloody there. Pretty much tore through you like you weren't even there. I see, the dog is immortal, as far as I know. Yeah, I don't think the dog can be killed.
Sharp eyes and keen
Which makes the
ears.
dog damned useful as a tank, because... a lot of ways makes the dog more useful as a tank than any of the other tanks, because... can't actually be killed.
Tell me.
Unlike all the other tanks, who definitely can.
How may I
Alright,
help?
let's move everybody into this room.
What?
Yes. Certainly.
Move everyone into
Aye.
this room, and now I'm going to nail you guys with something big and nasty. Like a fireball to the face. And you're basically dead already and just don't even realize it. Explode. And you're dead. You lasted no time at all. Novice Grimoire? Novice Grimoire. I'm not even gonna bother to pick it up, because
I
I'm
shall.
pretty damn certain that it's gonna be the same shit that we've cleared already. Hi, dude. I'm just gonna attack you now. That was short-lived. Really?
I'm on the trail.
Alright, whatever. You died so quickly, I didn't even have time to wonder what you were doing. You were just dead. One minute you were there, the next you exploded. Okay, random meditation with twin elms. Interesting. 13 hours. Oops. Twin elms. Where was twin elms? Twin elms down there. Okay. Interesting. We have reputation with Twin Elms, and we haven't even been to Twin Elms. Most curious.
Keeping an eye
Alright,
on.
stealth, and then we'll go through here, because I don't know where the hell this goes. This could bloody go anywhere, as far as I know. Probably also look at the quest log, because I don't know... It unlocked a whole bunch of stuff when we were talking to the chick's spirit. Ah. Unlocked
You
a whole...
work for the Dukes of the Valian Republics, huh?
Yeah. Acolyte's vision showed me mysterious ruins somewhere outside of Deerford. Unkia sent operatives to find the site, though the purpose is unknown to me. Derelict District of Defiance Bay. Yeah, so this is indeed the tower that I was thinking of. Find the place of misery and madness. Find this neighborhood. Perhaps the guards will know of it. I know what this is, I think.
You work for the Dukes of the Valian Republics, huh?
I'm not sure.
As long as they will
Okay.
allow.
Must be nice always knowing who you're supposed to serve.
But even so, knowing who is easier than knowing how.
So what was all this? Work for the Dukes, as long as they will allow it. Must be nice knowing who you're supposed to serve. Well, there are 5 of them, but even so, knowing who is easier than knowing how. Okay. What the hell do you want?
There's something I should have told you earlier.
My episode in the catacombs. Something I should have told you earlier. His episode in the catacombs. I don't remember anything about that. Oh no. Yeah, he's the one who kind of like talks to himself and acts really weird sometimes. So tell me now. Clasps his hand together, slowly massaging a knuckle with his thumb. I meant no harm. I thought I could keep it to myself. That when we resolve the matter of your soul, we would also address my problem.
Can so. But unlike yours, mine is a presence that shares my senses and my skin, making herself manifest at the most unwelcome times.
Herself, huh? Interesting. Closes his eyes and grits his teeth. His lips quiver and twitch with the vestiges of some internal debate. Several seconds later, he opens his eyes again. They're watery and bloodshot.
Tried to learn to control Isilmir. I've gotten stronger, but so has she.
I'm sorry. Tell me about her.
A creature of rash impulses and feeble faculties. She wags her impertinent tongue when she should listen.
Heartless and uncouth, huh?
Well, hard to get this gaff over anything tisn't to do with books and spell speak.
Fist flickers with a sly grin. Ah, this one's fat to boil. Hard to get his gaff over anything. I have none of her memories. Bareth spared me that much, but her coarse manners and intolerable I'll speak suggest a provincial from a very, very long time ago. She tends to serve us a hair's breadth from conflict, when the fuse is burned down and teeth are on edge. When she shows up, she doesn't stop to gauge the situation, she just acts. She seems kind of reckless. Well, it seems like you could take a few cues from her. Yeah, well, you could take a few cues from her perhaps on occasion, but she does seem a little on the reckless side and has gotten you into trouble, so... That's it exactly. You recall the way she'd go to those villages in Gilded Vale. She doesn't think, and she doesn't back down, and trying to suppress that has been my problem for years. Why didn't you say something sooner?
A very long time ago. Those with awakened souls are shunned, mistrusted. And after your experience with Meerwald, I'm certain you can see why. You need to be careful.
You learned to keep her a secret a very long time ago. I don't know what it is with this game, but it seems like oftentimes the very, first, half sentence, or full sentence in some cases, of the conversations, of the voiced conversations, seems to be cut off. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm recording, if it's something with the game itself, some setting I have messed up, something. I don't have any idea, but it's kind of annoying to me. Might be annoying to you folks as well, and I'm sorry. I don't know what's causing it. Is this going to be a problem?
Although...
Merely an annoyance. He purses his lips into a thin, crooked line. He lowers his voice and clasps his hand behind his back. Minute twitches and spasms along his arms betray his fidgeting.
To have an entire institution dedicated to the study and cure of soul-related ailments.
Defiance Bay, that is.
Since our journeys have already brought us to the city, perhaps we could speak with someone there.
If it's helpful to you, we'll go.
This has been a great burden.
Thank you. Talk about something else. Know more about Izmir, such as... When did she awaken? My father was a very strict man. He expected the best from his only child, and he didn't tolerate failure. At times he'd become rather adamant, particularly when he'd been drinking. Izmir manifested on one such occasion. To be honest, I don't remember the specifics, only that he was more careful with me after that. He said he learned to hide her a long time ago. My mother instructed me to keep her a secret after she first emerged. She feared that knowledge of my awakening would render me an outcast. Even though Ezomio proved useful against my father, I trusted my mother's advice, and I've since come to see the wisdom behind it. Meerwald is an extreme example, but one that I can relate to more and more each year. Can I talk to her directly? Her usurpations are uncomfortable enough. I'm not eager to invite her into my consciousness more than necessary. Something else. Okay, find an expert on awakening somewhere in Defiance Bay. I already kind of have an idea where we need to go for that. We actually have to be, what was it, Brackenbury, maybe? I don't remember where it was. So I think the Sanitarium, yeah. That's Twin Elms, that's something we don't do for a while. Endurance. Can't do that one just yet. I think the man who waits is also in the asylum. I think.
Yes.
Or the Sanitarium, I'm sorry. Whatever the hell they call it. Whatever the hell they want to call it. Alright, I'm looking for a guard. You. I'm looking for a neighborhood with a tower. It's near a cemetery. Best stop looking then. The place you want is Heritage Hill. You can see the tower of the district walls out that way. Something happened there. They won't let people in anymore, and none of the knights want to be posted anywhere close to it. Steer clear if you know what's good for you. So where are the mad kept in Defiance Bay? Sanitarium, of course. Only place around here that takes them is Brackenbury Sanitarium. I've heard they can treat your soul there, take the madness away, but there's just as many stories coming out of that place that'll chill your blood. This man, if you want to call him that, Ethelmore there. He's head warden. If you're visiting or checking yourself in, he's the one to talk to. Okay, well, I already knew about Heritage Hill, that's obvious. We have a couple of things to do at the Sanitarium, though, so let's head there. Brackenbury. Hear any noise? That's me trying to check my time. Alright, we have just enough time to probably check out at least part of Brackenbury, depending on how involved this ends up being. We may or may not have time to complete it. You're just an animancer. You're some chick. Okay, nothing of interest there. You were from an earlier quest, I remember you, but not terribly pertinent. to our present needs. Alright, Sanitarium Guard. Verna. The Warden. Aldmir.
Good day to you.
Anything about awakenings? I'm afraid that's not my area of expertise.
Hail,
Well,
traveler.
you're bloody useless then. Verna, I think, is... yeah, just a soul thing, so you're not helpful to me. Yarmid, I think, is also just a soul thing, so you also are unhelpful. Nons, you might have what I want. You know about awakenings. Not much I'm afraid, but the Sanitarium attracts experts from all over. I'm sure someone here can help you. Ed Warden?
Good day, stranger.
You're the Animancer who's been buying relics from Imadal. A large, rather notorious black market for uncatalogued and Guathan relics. I stay far away from it. No one here know anything about awakenings. Animancer on the lower floor came all the way from Wervois to study them. Take the stairs down and look for Belasiege. You may have a member of the Leaden Key in your midst. I could have done without hearing that today. Many have their intrusions been into our affairs. Of course, one can seldom be certain whether they meddled or whether the calamity has struck on its own. But a few of the less skilled infiltrators have been exposed from time to time. They are a perpetual nuisance. Once again, I am reminded of how envious I am of your gifts. I suspect that would be of some use in verifying one's identity. You're at odds with the Leaden Key as well, I take it. I don't like what they stand for. We don't really know what they stand for, so... up to something, I'm trying to determine what. They have something I need. Those two are definitely true. They're always up to something. Of that you may rest assured. If their plots have come to involve you, you have my sympathies. Do you have any idea who this person might be? Well, it would be unwise to consider anyone above suspicion, but I think it is a patient. I suspect it's patient. Very well, in that case I would recommend you speak first with our resident animancers. They have frequent interactions with both patients and colleagues. You'll find them up here or in their offices downstairs. You will report anything suspicious to me immediately. That is my only request. Question the animancers. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's the people investigating possible Leaden Key activity in Sanitarium. Seen anything suspicious? Oh, I'm afraid I'm too wrapped up in my own research to pay any mind to what else is going on around here. One of the other answers might know something. Well, you're bloody useless, aren't you? What about you?
Hail, traveler.
Know about the Sanitarium, it's a mission that attracted me here, the treatment of the disturbed, no one seems to care about them, here they work for wonders. Seen people cured of insatiable hungers and uncontrollable urges, I've seen the crippled walk and the dysophoric smile, all within these walls. Thought that the Duke could put an end to it with a single order, it keeps me up nights.
Greetings.
Those that you do here. Closest we are to the Glenfrothin Wilds, we get a number of Biowak maimings every year, survivors dealing with complications from exposure. This fellow here is a severe case. His essence is a mere whisper of what it was. I'm early in my research on the beginning to understand how they work, but in time I hope to find a way to protect people from the storm's effects. Okay, you apparently don't even have a conversation option for me to talk to you, so you're bloody useless to me. I don't think there's any other named people up here, and I think only the named people are even have a potential to be valuable. Meaning that the person I seek must be down below. For both quests, as it turns out. In fact, it's probably the same bloody person. Belasiege. Modred. Stop the Modred. Helig is dead for good. Then I can rest easy. Done a great service for Animancy, for the Sanitarium, and for me. Thank you. Are you the Animancer who's been buying relics? Ooh, I don't have time to barter adventures if that's what this is about. Looking for an expert on awakenings. Heard that Valiant woman studies them. Anything unusual been happening? You must be joking. This is the Sanitarium. Nothing is usual down here. Other than that, I think about it, the patients seem more agitated lately. But they're Cademan Azo's responsibility, not mine. And what are you working on? Marier focuses wicks. More specifically, how to cure them. What's a wick? A hollowborn who has received a transplanted animal soul during infancy. One of Animancy's early efforts to cure the legacy, if not a successful one. They show signs of developmental abnormalities throughout their childhood, but when they reach adolescence, they become aggressive, feral, but still victims in need of care. Transplanting souls seems a strange solution. Follow a generation of children. We've talked about this before. Man who waits? Oh, is that the, yeah. That's the main quest. Okay, Belisage. Maybe the buying for what? I don't know this place. Alright, we're looking for an expert. Ah, that would be me. The lack of research subjects has made me more of an expert in counting floorboards. I would like to transfer Animancy's success in buttressing pre-awakened souls to soothing those whose souls have already awakened. But I need subjects, and most of the patients here are too broken to produce reliable results. It is a tragedy to have come so far for nothing. Hey, you're in luck. I have a volunteer. Lord, who is it? I don't know about this. Yeah, I don't know about it either. Don't be silly. The process is perfectly harmless. All you must do is stand in that cage. I beg your pardon. I jest! You Adirans are so uptight. I don't even know what the thing is used for. It belonged to the last occupant of this office, I think. Now they upgraded him to a cell. Again, I jest. So I need you to sit here. Gives him the grabs him by the shoulders and takes him over the couch and try to relax. But don't try too hard, then you will not be relaxing. Indeed. And you must also wear these. A little cold, but the copper will help conduct your essence. Fastens thick copper bands on his forehead and wrists. As she ratchets them tighter, his face twitches with suppressed irritation. Now, I will examine your soul through my scope. She reaches into her desk and produces a long-chambered tube. Knobs, dials, and small toothed wheels run along the side of the device. It is fitted with Adra lenses cut to different thicknesses and concavities. By manipulating them, I find the angles and densities that will allow me to track the anomalies in your soul. Does this mean we'll get to talk to Izomil more? I like that lady. But first, we must find this cunning interloper. He will answer some personal questions while I make adjustments. Good luck, you'd have an easier time getting straight answers that have a drunk priest a whale. I would have said drunk priest is going to have anything to say about that one. Very well. To begin, tell me something personal, something from a time before your awakening. There's nothing to tell. I was just a normal child living in the Saithwood. He looks to you. His face is set in a frown, but the rigid edges of apprehension show through nevertheless. What do you remember about your home? As you speak to Eloth, you feel your voice like a bell in your chest. It tolls softly, luring him into the mists of his own memory. Belisage doesn't seem to notice anything, but you feel as if your words are soothing his essence, untangling its many threads. He closes his eyes. Comfortable, modest, quiet when Mother's away, which is most of the time. Quiet enough to hear the clink of glass on wood. This is when I know to be most careful. Father's good about hiding the bottles. Mother, when she is home, is good at pretending not to notice them. This is good. I'm starting to see something. Continue. Tell us about the time you awakened. I'm in my 5th year of training. Mother's home. I can let my guard down a little because when she is around, he's usually only angry with her. But he's heard that I have had trouble casting missiles, that my flame shields are unstable. He is furious that I have failed, and Mother's presence reminds him that he has failed too. The first blow takes me by surprise. One moment I am sweeping the kitchen, the next I am sprawled on the ground, stupidly looking at flecks of my blood on the tile. His boots, glistening with fresh polish, thud across the floor. He kicks me in the stomach, and I curl up to shield my vitals, but it's pointless. Protecting one thing only leaves something else exposed. Still huddled on the ground, I retreat as fast as I can. I retreated until the vision of the kitchen of my own trembling knees is nothing but a pinprick against a field of black. His jaw locks and his eyes twitch beneath their lids. Matasho! I don't know what the hell that is, but furiously cranks the knobs along the scope. He's hypnotized himself with this old memory. You've got to bring him out of it. Quickly! I almost have it. Slap. Squeeze his hand. You're safe, everything's fine. He's near safe when I hap upon him. Sucks a deep breath through her teeth. That's it! I'm seeing a shift in his essence. Something spreading and congealing. Keep talking, he seems to respond to you. What brought you here? Cracking bones and voices high and higher. That warm molasses feeling that creeps down your gut when Chris is nigh. That's different. Otto, we have flares of a totally distinct essence. Now try to get the two of them talking. Eloth, ask Eslamir what she's doing. Oh, actually, no. Tell Eloth why you awakened. Why, he's the one who needed me. Hiding in his own bone bag like a turtle in its shell. I never turned it over to you. Good, yes, very good. I can see now two separate patterns of essence. Where he ebbs, the other flows. It's as if the awakened soul fills the spaces that he leaves empty. Go on. Eloth, what's this about ceding space to Eslamir? I've given her nothing. She usurps me in my own body. Aye, and I lend him a pair too. Should ask what I did that old man of his. How the last time he laid a hand on us, I broke it in 3 pieces. That wasn't your decision. It's never been your decision. Nah, I was awakening, but now I'm stuck with ye. And I'm damned if I let your ninny and drag us both through the scrupper. Ah, very good. I think I finally got something we can work with. I've tracked Ismail's essence throughout the exchange. She had a particularly high-density index during the most heated portions of their argument, and her essence seemed to localize most clearly in the lower portion of the subject's left ribcage. That's right around the spleen, which of course means that she is triggered by black bile. No doubt the subject's characteristic melancholy is to blame. He blinks at you, and in the midst of his perturbation, you're not quite sure who's looking out of his eyes. That's utter horseshit. Doesn't seem as though she's got. It does seem as though she's got one thing right. Yes, never mind my years of trading. I suppose you have a better explanation. Isabel manifests when Olaf is in danger or under pressure. Close. Appearances are related to potential sources of trouble. Surge shows when he feels threatened. If you're right, then removing his spleen should cure him. Close, I think her appearances are related to potential sources of trouble. I suppose that could be true. I'll have to check this against another research. Well and good for you, but what does this mean for me? Frowns at her notes, tapping her cheek with a quill and making a grand show of concentration. However, you catch her stealing a glance at you over the pages. Tries to take control from you when she thinks you can't face a problem on your own. You can't let her make those decisions for you. She did you a favor by dealing with your father, didn't she? I think she's trying to help you stand up for yourself. You may not like her methods, but you should hear her out. Seems that Esmer steps in when she determines that you're in danger. It's not clear yet whether this is a help or a hindrance. Well, mostly, realistically, 3. Number 1, I think he's being too stubborn, so he's causing them to conflict with each other more. So I almost want to say 2. Get him to open up a little bit and maybe have a dialogue with her. Or 3, where it's just like, eh. Let's go with 2. If you had to listen to her half as much as I do, you wouldn't say that. He scowls, but you do notice something thoughtful in his frown. We've got a lot to process. Regardless, thank you for your help, Gwen for one. He does not look at Belisige. Sets the notes on the desk and returns to his scope. Well, I hope this has been as useful to you as it has been to me. I finally have material worth publishing. You'll be the toast of revoir, Entre Elof. His grimace melts into a crooked smile. Aye, advancing the right-wise principles of animancy. Just what you've always wanted. As you turn to leave, you catch a darting movement out of the corner of your eye. Belisige is humming to herself, still occupied with the scope, but Elof is holding her notes. He's just about to tuck them into the cloak when he catches you watching. He holds a finger to his lips, his eyes wide and imploring. Please, I don't want my personal information published like this, especially not after her nonsense. Leave me out of this. That's a hard one, because it is his personal information, so he should have a say in what happens to it. But at the same time, that was kind of the deal. It was kind of what we agreed to ahead of time. I definitely don't like that one. I mean, that's supportive of her, but I want to support Alof. He's my companion, not her. Uh... I like 1 and 3 both about equally, really. I'm not sure letting him do it, but at the same time, that was the deal. Alright, I'll let him do it. Not to worry, we'll see to this on our own.
I'll see what I can find.
Oops, not what I meant to do. I am busy. It seems I seem to have misplaced my notes. Yes, I'm sorry about that, but alright, what do we got in here? Not what I seek. Reply.
I can get it to
Okay, we can open this now. Well, it gives me a ton of experience. What's all this? North Ward patient record. Subject is female, mid-40s, awakened to a past life as a serial murderer, which now frequently emerges as the soul's dominant personality. Subject vacillates between violence and severe depression resulting from guilt of past deeds. Weak candidate for present research. Graham. Subject is a male, approximately early 30s. Powers of speech absent, presumably as a result of the overfragmentation of his soul. As such, he is the ideal subject for present research. However, experimentation has caused severe pain and induced panic, and I have had to enlist the aid of the guards in transporting him for more recent procedures. The Midnight Man. Subject is a male, mid-20s. Displays acute disassociation and paranoid delusional tendencies, causing anger and extreme violence. Dangers of working with the subject preclude possibility of further use in present research. Subject is male, is approximately 17 years of age, admitted for episodes of catatonia, followed by occasional violent outbursts. Initial analysis of soul revealed severe fragmentation and essence deficiency. Said deficiency all but eliminates the possibility of utilizing the subject in present research. Note from Azo. Well, that gave me experience. That gave me a thing, apparently. Ripley, I require more copper tubing for my next experiment. Do not requisition it from the Sanitarium stores. I don't have the time to deal with the head warden's inevitable questions. Vitamin Azo.
Oh?
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Alright, let me save. I want to see if I can take this particular note. Apparently I can. Can I take these research notes? Because these might be useful too. Okay, apparently I can. That also appeared to have done something.
Good day to you.
Oh my, you startled me. Are you supposed to be in here? Are you the animancer who's been buying relics? I'm not an animancer, so no! But I do know that most of these relics are stolen from ruins in Gunvoth. Selling them is illegal. Nothing else, I need to get back to work. I'm an expert on awakenings. What do you do here?
Yes.
Okay, so basically nothing of interest to talk to me about. Nothing that will require the proper key, which we will have to get, I guess, from the good boss upstairs. Unfortunately, folks, that's going to have to be the end of this episode. So next time we will continue this exploration and see where we can go from there. Let me, I'll talk to him real quick. I found records that Azo may be running some questionable experiments. Experiments? Him and Azo is in charge of patient welfare now. He's not authorized to run any more experiments. Disappointed in him. I'd hoped he would be the one to guide your inquiry. He'll be in his office or in the patient wards. I'm granting you immediate access so you can find him. No doubt you'll wish to speak to him further on this matter, and I for one am curious as to what he might have to say. Tread carefully in the wards. There are a few dangerous cases. I would ask also that you do your best not to agitate the patients. They have enough troubles as it is. So we can interview Graham. Okay. Well, folks, so we're going to go ahead and dive into that next time, and we will see what happens then. Following that, we will be going to the tower in the other area that we can't presently get to. The warden says you can go in, but be careful in there. A flesh construct. Do I want to know? Probably not. Alright, so we will begin exploring this area in truth next time. For now, bask in the beginning of the area at least. And next time we will get to see what's all actually in here. So I will see you folks then. Take it easy. Have a good day. This has been Pillars of Eternity, and I have been Falcon, your host. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.